edition of SAC News. I'm Zendy Garrido.
And I'm Aiden Strout.
One Orange County firefighter remains in a coma fighting for his life. Reserve firefighter Matthew Nichols and several others were injured after their fire engine crashed on September 19th. The fire local 363 Hand One's crew. They were returning to an incident command after battling the airport fires when their truck overturned, hitting a ladder on the toll road. Chief Brian Fennessy says the 7 other firefighters are improving and they're expected to survive. A GoFundMe for Nichols' medical expenses has raised over $90,000.
That airport fire has Orange County bracing for a flood of lawsuits. In the next 6 months, several law firms plan a massive class action lawsuit representing more than 1,000 victims of the fire. The Orange County Fire Authority determined the airport fire was set off by 2 public work employees who were using heavy machinery to move boulders and Trabuco Creek Road. Authorities classified the cause as unintentional. The fire began on September 9th and went on to ravage nearly 24,000 acres, injuring 22 people and destroying more than 160 structures in Orange and Riverside counties, according to the fire officials.
For our Santaneros who live and commute in the metro area, here's an important traffic advisory. There will be 1 lane traveling northbound and southbound on Bristol Street between Alton Avenue and MacArthur Boulevard. The closure starts tonight, Thursday, October 3rd, from 7 p.m. until 6 a.m., and again on October 5th from 6 a.m. till 4 p.m. This reduction is scheduled for paving activities. OCTA recommends using all alternative routes or allowing extra time for delays, as these lane reductions will significantly impact traffic flow.
The New Hope Library hosted author Andrea Gonzalez this Saturday. Gonzalez is a television host on Univision Los Angeles, also a writer and journalist. Gonzalez came as the featured guest of New Hope's Author Hour. She discussed her book, Latinas de Éxito, Successful Latinas, a collection of interviews conducted by Andrea over the years of influential Latino women. Gonzalez details their journeys, their struggles, perseverance, and their triumphs. Subjects in the book come from all walks of life: women in politics, entertainment, philanthropy, finance, and education. Andrea Gonzalez says she hopes these stories inspire other Latinas to work toward their dreams. Thank you, Tristan. If you're looking for a break from the routine and just want to travel somewhere without breaking the bank, MetroLink has your ticket. The regional train service is offering free rides to SAC students with their student ID, of course. Spanning 6 counties in the Southland, students are able to travel from Santa Ana's train station to places like San Diego and Riverside, and as far as Ventura and Lancaster for free. To take advantage of this offer, download the MetroLink app onto your phone and create an account with your student email. Once you verify your email, your ticket should appear in the app in 24 hours. You'll have to activate the ticket every time you ride the train and present your student ID to the conductor. This pilot program runs for the rest of the semester and expires at the end of spring semester on June 30th.
Early voting in the federal election starts next week in California. Meanwhile, 2 vice presidential candidates faced off in a debate this week.
Reporter Tristan Recinos has our story.
Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota faced off with the junior senator from Ohio, J.D. Vance, in a nationally televised debate. Moderated by CBS's Nora O'Donnell and Margaret Brennan. The rules were no fact-checking, but Vance of one was checked several times by the moderators. Governor Tim Walz stood on the right side of the screen, while J.D. Vance stood on the left side of the screen, mirroring last month's presidential debate. No opening statements were made, and the debate lasted 90 minutes. Candidates were not allowed to speak to staffers during the breaks. Governor Walz got the first closing statement remark, and J.D. Vance closed the debate with his final remarks. Today we are at Santa Ana College asking people what they thought of last night's debate.
Honestly, I believe the debate was kind of deflective. Both Vince and Walz were just deflecting, who can scream the loudest to their opponent. Unlike Trump and Kamala Harris, Trump, like he said, he just got angry and he was just screaming at Kamala. And I feel like that happened the same thing because they were both unprepared, just like the president and vice president.
Students are very eager to vote and accomplish their civic duty. They were excited to hear what either candidate had said that they would do for them.
Overall, of course, Walz is really good about addressing or answering all the things, all the questions, and touching on policies and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like Vance is more, he was doing the same thing as well, but I just feel like, I don't know, I guess that was kind of my takeaway from it, was it was actually kind of, for me, it was kind of boring almost. I felt like the other debate with Trump and Harris was more it was kind of fun to watch.
Many people would speculate that the debate is null and not important because many voters have already voted in some places due to early voting. But the debate serves a great opportunity for those undecided people to make their final choice and do their due diligence about each candidate. Remember, voting is a privilege and a right. Reporting from Santa Ana College, I'm Tristan Racinos, SAC News.
And with early voting starting next week in California,
to gauge the interests and priorities of students on campus, we sent the busiest man in journalism, Tristan Racinos, to find out what the Santaneros are more worried about at Santa Ana College.
Midterms and projects looming in students' minds this semester, it is easy to forget that there is a historic election on the rise. With new ballot measures and new candidates for local city officials, this will be a historic election and greatly impact students' lives in Santa Ana. Today I'm on SAC main campus asking people the question of the week. What is the most important issue to you in this upcoming election?
I think several issues are extremely important. But to me, as a member of and a close friend of many members of the LGBT community, I would say that women's rights and trans rights come forward to mind as two of my main points. So if you had to press me on it, access to abortion and women's rights.
For this upcoming election, I think I would want them to tackle the environment, because we have a lot of problems with climate change right now, and I feel like not everybody has been paying attention. So many scientists have been coming out saying hey, we need to take care of our earth, we need to start doing things now, but the policies that we have now are more for corporations and stuff so that they can get away with things. But yeah, I think they need to take care of our earth more.
The most important issue to me is abortion rights and affordable health care.
Most important issue would probably be unification, right? The fact that we're just becoming way too divided over some stuff that really should not be affecting us this much. The fact that the political system has come to this, the two-party system is not working. They need at least 3 or 4 parties, in my opinion, to make it fair and make it, where we have a choice. Because right now, I don't see the American people. They feel like they're in a corner. They either have to vote for Trump, which nobody likes, and just he's a poor choice, or Kamala, which would be the first all around because she's a black woman, right? I think a lot of people are hesitant to vote for her just for that fact. That they're, there's still a lot of underlying prejudice in the country, and it's it's causing a lot of issues.
Honestly, just a divide amongst everybody. That's always been the issue about politics for me.
I definitely think the most important issue is just the housing crisis, I think. I think a lot of people are struggling with that side of things, so I think that's definitely something we should figure out.
So my most pressing issue of this upcoming presidential election would not be a policy of sorts, but it would rather be that either party does not really have a candidate that they can truly appreciate, and people feel like they don't have a vote that counts because they don't actually like their options, and those two candidates that are being advertised might not be who they want, so people figure they shouldn't vote. And that's my biggest issue, is because if we have the ability to vote, we should, but if we don't like our choices, then do we throw our vote away, or how do we pick a choice?
Here at SAC News, we want to remind every eligible voter that California law allows people to take off up to 2 hours to go out and vote. Reporting from SAC main campus, I'm Tristan Racinos, SAC News.
Thank you, Tristan. The Anaheim Angels are going through a very, very rough patch.
And the Don soccer team scores big.
You're watching SAC News.
We'll be right back.
Bro, the man.
My goal wasn't to have a great program just at Santa Ana College. When I came here, my goal was to have one of the best programs in the country. When you come here, we aren't trying to rush the students through a program. We're actually taking time. We're getting to know the students personally. The first time a student came to me and said, hey, I got a career and I can provide for my family now. You know, that's really what gets me excited about teaching, and my passion that drives it is helping people succeed in life.
Welcome back, Dons. With the MLB regular season wrapping up, the Anaheim Angels have lost their most games in their franchise's history. This comes right after losing Shohei Ohtani in the free agency and losing Mike Trout to a torn meniscus. The Angels look poised to get a high draft pick and receive a franchise alternating player. The Angels are hoping to have a better 2025 season.
The Santa Ana Dons officially began their basketball season this week. Tuesday was the first Dons official practice. They played their first scrimmage on Saturday when they traveled to Los Angeles to play the LA Trade Tech Beavers at 1 o'clock. Next Friday, the Dons host the Cougars of College of the Canyons at noon in their second and last scrimmage before the regular season starts up. Last year, the Dons were 12-16 under veteran head coach David Bragg.
The Lady Dons came up short against our sister school, Santiago College, in the opener Orange and Empire Conference. The Lady Dons lost in a score of 2-1. Santa Ana gave up a goal in just the second minute of action, but the Dons played the Hawks through the rest of the way. At minute 82, the Dons won a free kick, which led to them tying the game. The Lady Dons conceded a penalty kick in the final minutes of the game, giving the lead back to the Hawks. The Dons go to the next road to play Irvine Valley College this Friday.
SAC men's soccer team took the pitch for their seventh match on Tuesday. The Dons were looking for their third win of the season against 3 losses and a tie, while Santiago College is on a 3-game losing streak. The Dons routed the Hawks, scoring 3 unanswered goals in the first half, scoring the final goal in the second half. Hawks had no answer for the Dons' offense. The Dons secure the win, defeating the Hawks 4-0. The Dons defend their 2-game winning streak at home when they face Irvine Valley College this Friday. Well done, Dons.
SAC men's football played their 4th game this season on Saturday. The Dons were 2-1 coming off a close win against Glendale 27-24. Santa Monica was coming off of a rout of Chaffee 57-7. Let's take it to Corsai Stadium. The Dons got off to a solid start up 17-13.5. The Dons defense once again played a big part. They shut out the Corsairs in the third quarter. They also intercepted the Corsairs quarterback 3 times. William Saucedo scored the game-winning touchdown on a short run. Dons secured the win. They defeat the Corsairs 34-20. The Dons take the 3-game winning streak and stay on the road as they face off against LA Valley on Saturday.
And finally, sun's out and so are the umbrellas for this weekend. Temps are going to be in the lower 80s going into this weekend with a little bit of cloud covering. Going into the next weekend, temperatures will stay consistent with a high of 84 on Monday, but still slightly in the following days for what might have been the last heat wave of the season. You can expect cooler temperatures as we settle into the fall for good.
That's it for this edition of SAC News.
Be sure to follow us on social media and watch previous episodes of SAC News on our YouTube channel.
Very well done, buddy.